What's up? It's your boy Raheem Dixon, aka DB Big Red One, and we're back with another Battlefield 6 video. And today we're talking about Battlefield 6 Battle Royale. Battlefield 6 beta weekend has come and gone, and now we are left to do only two things: wait and speculate. And what other topic can we speculate about other than the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale map? Now, granted, this video is all speculation. We are taking research from what we know and the things that we want to know. And of course, I could not do this without help. I enlisted the help of my buddy Chris Duncan, aka Dunk, and my buddy Brian Cobb, aka Supreme Leader. Fellas, what do we think just overall Battle Royale? Are we exhausted of it? How do we feel? Are we excited? What do we got, bro?
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
I don't want to play BRs no more, dude. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I mean, I wasn't really big on it at first. Like, I mean, when PUBG came out, when it was like the PUBG Fortnite, like they were going back and forth. It was like, we were really big into PUBG, but at least for me, it's just died out. But I mean, you got games like Fortnite that they have like found a way to just constantly make it interesting after how many years they've been doing this now? Almost 10, something like that. So, I mean, for the sake of Battlefield though, and being such a big fan, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little excited to play it. So I'm actually looking forward to it. I mean, just based off the map that's on the screen here, it looks massive. It looks like a lot of fun. So I can't wait to check it out.
I'll give it a chance, man. I mean, like you said, like Fortnite's been doing this for how long? Like just milking it. Everybody puts a different little spin on it. Like I just played the Splitgate BR not too long ago, and it was fun, but it's the same thing over and over. And I feel like it just gets so sweaty. Like we watched that one dude on Warzone the other night, like joining with 2 fake accounts and then like leaving the match as soon as he drops in.
Oh man, yeah, but that's a different conversation about like, you know, mental health and like what it means in the spectrum of gaming and like socially, and you know, that's a different.
But I mean, like yeah, this shit gets it gets sweaty on all fronts, and I just want to play some multiplayer.
Yeah,
I am definitely gonna give it a try though. Like mechanics are interesting, like Battlefield mechanics in a BR. Like you actually got to be good at shit. So
yeah, that's kind of what I was curious about too. Is like, what's Battlefield gonna do differently? Like, are they gonna just like fall in line, or are they going to try to carve their own lane, or you know what I mean? Like, and I'm kind of hoping that they try to do something a little different. Just throw a wrench in the spokes, dude, and try to flip it on its head. I mean, you got to keep it grounded to a specific sense, but I'm hoping that they put their own twist, their own feel on it. You know what I mean? Because I mean, we all played Breakthrough. I mean, it's damn near Battle Royale in terms of like scale of the map, how far you need to maneuver, and like there wasn't a whole bunch of extra stuff. It was just you're playing at Battlefield just to its core. So I'm curious to see if they do the BR like that. So I guess we'll see. I mean, the game's around the corner, dude.
Yeah, I think it's only right that we speculate now before it comes out. I mean, obviously there's a demographic, there's an audience that wants Battle Royale. I think that for where there's a lack of excitement for BR, I personally am very excited for this BR, not in the sense of like I am a fan of the genre or the mode or whatever we're calling it now, but in the sense of variation to Battlefield. Yeah, I think I've always said this about games. Variety is always good in games. Okay, like
true,
having variety and having the ability to just, oh, I'm done with Breakthrough, I'm done with Conquest, I want to go do this now. I think that's always okay to have. You all know how I am with COD. You know, as much as you know, we do our thing and we, you know, get top in the world. We've competed, we've done tournaments. The one thing that I've always hated with Call of Duty is they always change out the game modes daily or weekly or whatever. So just having this as a separate portion of the game as far as variety is great. And I think that we are in store. If anything, they have us intrigued. They've earned that from us to the least. EA Dice, they have us intrigued. They've earned that through their presentation, through the beta. I mean, amazing beta weekend, historic numbers to them. So the least we could do is kind of just be patrons to this whole experience and enjoy it, because it's just kind of like the Marvel universe, right? Everyone is saturated because BRs and stuff have been oversaturated. Marvel movies, TV have been oversaturated. We look at that as like, okay, we're a bit exhausted of this thing.
Yeah.
And that always leads me to this question. Do you think it's too late for them to incorporate a battle royale?
They tried it before, didn't they? Was it Battlefield 5? Didn't they try it? It was like, what do they call it?
Yeah, Firestorm. Battlefield 5.
Yeah, Firestorm. Okay, yeah. So I think they tried it, but I think they were, because they were already behind the curve. They weren't really grasped onto like what to do or what people were enjoying. Because I mean, regardless of how much shit we talk about COD, we played the hell out of it. When Verdansk was out, the Modern Warfare 2019, we put an unhealthy amount of hours on that game. Didn't matter how much we complained about it, was still fun. Like, to its core, we enjoyed it a lot. And so, I mean, like I said to start this off, I just hope that they go in their own direction with how they're going to do this. But I mean, either way, I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm going to play it regardless. You know what I mean? We're going to put hours in this.
Like you said, like at the end of the last Battlefield, they're like, oh, they'll throw in the BR, try to get on the train.
Yeah.
Like, obviously that was way too late for them to be doing it. And it's catching on to the trend of like the new BR is the way to go. I think now it gives them a chance to at least put out a really polished format of what their vision was. Again, like, I'm willing to try it. I just can't say that I'm excited for that portion of it. I think that the way that Battlefield works is it's going to change a lot of like how we're going to have to approach BR when we play together.
Oh yeah. Great point.
I think like as far as like every squad we end up with, like no matter which one of the friend group we end up with, like everybody like ends up falling into a groove.
Yeah.
And this is going to change how we do that, because I mean, even COD, playing Verdansk and then changing our play style to play Rebirth. And I talk about unhealthy hours on Rebirth, dude. Like, I practically live there. Like, that was the shit. But then it goes back to COD changing game modes every other day, like this event. And then it was like Modern Warfare 2 came out and they dropped Rebirth altogether. And then like that BR was a thing.
With this game coming out October 10th with their BR, is Battlefield still going to be in the trial and error phase, do you think? Because this is only their second go around. Whereas like PUBG, Fortnite, and COD have been doing it for so long. This is only their second time trying to like master it. Do you think that they're going to be in a trial error phase? Or are we going to be like, they're still missing here and there?
That's a great question, because if I was just to speculate, right now, we can all agree, us as gamers, we can agree that we're tired. Not us being like people who work 9 to 5s, not us being just human beings. Like, as gamers, we can isolate the issue. We're just so fucking tired of trash, right?
Yeah.
So I think that we are just naturally so critical of like everything generally. I think that they have enough rep and rapport right now from the beta. We know the game is going to be good. I think we could all roll our dice, or excuse me, put our chips on the table and know that when the game comes out, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I don't think they will be afforded that level of grace for the Battle Royale, especially because remember, they're the ones that want to venture into this, right? They're venturing into this arena, this atmosphere of gaming. So like, they have to do it good. I hate that it, because it's so redundant. What I'm saying is like so redundant, because for where we aren't as critical, like us right here, our friend group, we're not as critical as like the mass gaming culture fucking community. However, for where we're not critical, it is important that they get this right the first time through, right? Because like, look at Verdansk. When Verdansk first dropped, they had their little like problems, but like as a whole, collectively, the whole thing was very good. Like it was very good. If we were to remove the variable of COVID, if we remove the variable of everyone having to play this, plus, yeah, Apex was out, Fortnite was out, but like this was the game at the time. Like this, they had a damn near monopoly on the market of like modern shooter, adult shooter. Like so, with this. Battlefield has to get this right. I'm sure, there's always levels of grace, right? We could speak to levels of grace for hours, but I think they need to get this right, especially because they're known for multiplayer. And I think that I just don't want them to get to a place that we've seen Call of Duty get to time and time and time and time again, where they get comfortable and then they just put out like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, don't get comfortable, EA, DICE. Listen to me. Don't get comfortable. Stay on your toes, bro. Because right now, everything is just so like, there's a lens on everything. Everybody's magnified and like looking at shit. Like, bro, fucking stay on your P's and Q's. But does that answer your question? Because, I think they should get it right the first time, bro.
Basically, what it sounds like is like there's no second chances here. Like battle royales have been out long enough. There's a lot of information for you to take. Like you could have been doing your homework the whole time. So there's plenty of information and like for how well they've done the beta and how much they're listening to the community. As long as they're paying attention, you really shouldn't need a second shot. So And, just to tap on what you said about Verdansk, like that map right here on the right side, this here, so many careers were made at Verdansk. Like you said, it wasn't this big, beautiful, perfect thing, but like how many streamers got national level fame, global fame playing this damn map right here, right? So even if it comes out and it's kind of like, we're not really feeling it, they're going to update it. I mean, that we proved it with 2042. Yeah. They proved it with this beta. There's some minor tweaks here and there. We had a lot of fun. We put in a ton of hours on just the 2 weekends they had it drop. So, I mean, I got faith in them that this is going to be fun. And I'm hoping that it kind of re-sparks that, because I'd be lying if I said I didn't have fun playing Verdansk. And then when they dropped Rebirth, it was just like nonsense. And also bringing up Rebirth, I'm curious to see, because the size difference of the map is, yeah, like how many players are you going to get on this map? Because Battlefield, you know what I mean? Like they tried like the whole 128 player lobby. It's like, why are they going to keep it 100? Okay, are you going to keep it shorter? You know what I mean?
Before you even go into that, put a pin in that, and let's just talk about the geography of this, and then we'll segue back into that.
Yep.
So let's look at, so we see Verdansk, right? Okay, line for Verdansk. This whole side over here, fucking huge. Okay. Granted, this side, not so much. Nonetheless, super dense, because you had like
supermarket.
Market. You had the boneyard over here, boneyard. Okay, cool.
Oh, I love the boneyard.
Let's look at Battlefield 6 right now, and here are my like initial worries, because I just want to do cons. We'll just do cons first. All of this right here seems barren to me. This doesn't look wide open as dense. This area doesn't look as dense as the right upper half of Verdansk. So I'm curious as to what you said, player count, and how that's going to work, because clearly we know what's going to be top heavy. Now, and again, this is not the final map for Battlefield 6, not as we know it. Like, this is not the final map. They could make it more dense. It could be bigger than this. But you said, up to 128 players. How many players was Verdansk?
I think it was only 100. I think 100 is like the standard for like 100. Fortnite, PUBG, COD. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Battlefield's sweet spot is 64.
Yeah. But I mean,
32 versus 32s. Like,
if we're talking Royale though, 100.
What I'm saying is, like, that's where most of their game modes play on. So I think that it's going to be easy this time, scaling up over to 100 or even over 100. Yeah. But looking at this map, like the proportions are wrong to me. So I think this is like very obviously this needs some tweaking.
Top heavy. Yeah, the left side is so top heavy.
Like if you just look like even down here, look at the docks. Yeah. Like that's.
Hey, John Madden, can you circle that? Thanks. Bro, why is your marker so thin, dude? Looks like a thin line of
Is this Red Farm?
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
hey, all right.
Yeah.
But the proportion of the dock is fucking crazy compared to like this has got to be way bigger. Like I think that these places are going to be like way more involved than they appear to be.
Those are going to be hotspots for
small
sure
on that big of a map.
Well,
Like,
maybe
I think it's like someone.
We also have to consider density too. Like consider the density of Battlefield versus like Call of Duty, because like you see the multiplayer maps that Battlefield has. All the maps are dense, like buildings, fucking leveled buildings, and undergrounds and subways, and yeah.
I think they might want it like that though. Like the docks, it could be bigger, but I'm curious if they're like, no, we know that this is going to be a hot drop here, and we want it to be hectic, so it's got to be like this small, unforgiving drop zone. You're going to go here and you're going to get clapped, or you're going to go to Valley right there. And so right there. So
that's going to be the root spot right here, though.
I can't even. Okay. So my markers are going to cover
Valley.
half the screen. Okay, cool. This like Main Street area here. And then this, I can't circle it because the tools are in the way. Cool. But these two spots right here, I drew, this is going to be
You can
hell.
remove the tool, I think.
This is going to be, when I close it, it doesn't let me draw no more. But these two spots right here, this is going to be hell.
Yeah, Main Street.
This whole street is going to be a nightmare, dude. I just Oh, and I see the golf resort there. That's going to be clean. Like, I'm just curious to see. I mean, I'm a big fan of golf. I'm curious to see what that's going to look like. If you're going to be running through the actual resort building, the damn hole, if they got all 18 holes, or it's just like a small thing, that's going to be a sick area to run through. And then I kind of wish they had some more, like, there is some trees in here. Like, Verdansk is just like a big fucking desert with a ton of buildings. But I was saying this earlier, like, I wish that they had more density in like the forest, like how PUBG did too.
Yeah.
A lot of trees and stuff you could run through. Those are always like hectic to fight in. But then you also have the other side. I didn't even really notice that. I'm gonna just zoom out just a tiny bit. The marina here in the top left also. You got the marina up there.
Yeah.
So like you have two separate bodies of water, and two different areas you're going to fight into. So, I mean, yeah, they might just want it that size. But I brought up the 128 player because Battlefield tried that just in the regular Conquest multiplayer, and it felt like it was extremely hectic. And I'm curious, are they going to include that? So like, hey, our base is going to be 100. Are they going to make it 128 because it's Battle Royale?
It could be good. I think 100 players could be good. I think 128 could be good. I just don't want to run into the problem of like everywhere I go, there's a team there. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you just want to chill. And I think Call of Duty Verdansk never afforded us an opportunity for our squad to like, what if we want to go in the hills and like snipe? What if we want to go, to power plant? Or the dam, excuse me, and like, chill up there, because some people are not always run and gun. They just talked about how they just removed the slide canceling and you slow down movement a little bit in Battlefield. So like that only leaves me to ask too, how are we going to traverse this map? And that segues me to ask you fellas, do you think that vehicles like tanks, helicopters, jets, and all that stuff could mess up the flow of Battle Royale, or should they just kind of keep it into what is traditionally known for like jeeps and like boats, cars? What do you guys think?
They're gonna at least have jeeps and boats and probably helicopters in there. I mean, they get some of their best videos online and their best recognition from like the crazy jet videos and the crazy helicopter videos. Like, of course, they're going to keep that in there. I mean, it's such a fun part of the game to see anyway. It sucks getting pinned down by a friggin' tank, but it's Battlefield.
Because, I mean, I just personally, because it's Battlefield.
Or deployables.
You're running around. I can see how the tanks might be an issue because, like, circles closing in, you're trying to hide and, like, hunker down, and someone's just shooting a tank into your building. It's like, it would kind of defeat that. But it's Battlefield still, so I kind of want them to have that because they also give you tools necessary to destroy those said vehicles. Like maybe, I don't know, there's like, if you can get to them, there's like a couple jets, a couple helicopters. Maybe there's one tank, but it's not as strong as like the multiplayer tank. So it's like, if you get it, you better be good with it. Yep. Otherwise, like your squad can just.
That's what I'm. Yeah.
Imagine if all 4 of your players in the squad saw a tank and then you just bum rush it. 2 guys got rockets, C4s, and you're just because you can revive, and I'm assuming they're gonna have a revive feature, a pickup. So it's like it's not the end of the world if you're like, yo, tank killed me, get out of there, go pick your guy up. I kind of want them to go full tilt. Apaches flying around, dudes are just using rocket launchers, taking them out of the sky, bro. Like all that stuff, dude. And then the docks, then getting to the marina, like you said, with the boats, throwing some damn jet skis, dude. Like I want it to feel like Battlefield Battle Royale. I don't want to go into a Battlefield BR and it's like, this kind of just plays like whatever else. I just want them to carve their own lane and do it like, yo, this is like, okay, if I get on Rush and I got to go plant a bomb and you give one side tanks only, you better put something in the BR, bro. Like you already make some of your game modes so lopsided. Like just make that shit even, put all your stuff in there, and man, like, but who knows? I mean, because the map size looks smaller, maybe they don't put that much stuff in there. It's like, I mean, a tank, if you can get a tank up Main Street South, you're laying those buildings flat. So they might not be a good balance. They might just want to have you just all gunplay.
What level of destruction do you think is going to carry over? And do you think they'll incorporate like weather systems like they did in like 2042?
Tell me it wouldn't be rad to just fucking drop in and then fight your way across the map to a city that's like already just demolished. Like that's such a key
because
piece.
I know that question. I know that question's not like the fucking Barry Bonds out the park, but I think those are the small, like this, like to me, that's a small detail in comparison to everything that Battle Royale has to offer, especially for Battlefield 6, because BF6 and COD are such different games. I mean, we see it online. All these people are like hailing Battlefield, but us that have played Battlefield since day one, all the way back to Bad Company, we're like, yeah, this is the game. Like, this is nothing new to us. All of us were just waiting for them to get their ducks in a row and release a game that was good. So like with the weather, I mean, we have to consider like, are they going to do weather? What level of destruction are they going to do? One thing I have written here is like, what does the looting mechanic look like for BF6? Do we land in with a full loadout? Do we start with base weapon guns? Like, what do you guys think? If we're just to speculate, briefly on that.
When it comes to destruction, so like I said with the vehicles, I want them to go full tilt. Everything needs to be able to be destroyed. Like I said, trees can be, broken down from rocket fire. Tanks are running over trees. You could start fires and brush and stuff. You're blowing up buildings because that's part of the strategy. You can't just go into the valley and hide in the top building. You need to be able to blow that building up. So now, 2 teams aren't hiding in that big ass hotel. That is Battlefield 2.
Could you imagine, bro, running Rebirth and like, there's always somebody on prison, bro. Always somebody on fucking prison.
Or that fucking watchtower.
You just fucking take RPG, bro, and just fucking fuck you, and just fucking launch that shit and
level that shit, bro.
It would make such a difference, like tactically and like surgically on like how we want to like approach shit.
Yeah.
Because then what you're talking about, because you bring up a great point. Then it makes everything not safe. Like nothing is safe in this game, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great. It won't be somebody like, oh, circle's closing, they're above me. Like, no, fuck that. C4, RPG, grenade the fucking, blow it all up. Blow it all up, bro.
Yeah, like just like when you're on Rebirth and someone's like, oh, they're either in that watchtower, you should be able to level that thing. Hey, get your rockets out, shoot the bottom floor, crumble that thing. Or like, oh, someone just sniped me, he's laying on top of the water tower. If that was in Battlefield, you should be able to shoot a rocket. That water tower should explode, water everywhere. You either have to jump off and parachute or you just perish with the building. That is Battlefield 2 its core. And so, and if we remember, when you go back to Battlefield 4 and you're, what is it called? Was it Shanghai? Where it had the super tall skyscraper? Was that the name of the map?
You can Dragon's Tooth or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You can
from
level,
that DLC.
Bro, that thing is like how many hundreds stories tall? Like you can level that whole building. That shouldn't. They should not shy away from that in this BR. I understand it's BR, and people are going to be, they're going to shy away from it. Like I can't hide, and it doesn't matter. You can't hide in Battlefield ever. You're toast.
Yeah.
Like okay, when we're playing the beta, you can blow up buildings and floors are going to crumble, but the building is still standing to a degree. So let's say you don't crumble the whole building to the ground, but you can certainly blow holes in it. There's going to be stairs aren't going to be able to be accessed. You might be stuck up somewhere with the walls wide open, the floors, you're standing on like one piece of fucking plywood or something. Like you should still have destruction to a degree. You can't just, I'm just gonna hide in a tank, because in COD you could just shoot an RPG at a building and you're just, I'm just safe in here unless somebody's hacking. They're just gonna drive a car through the fucking building. But
Yeah.
and we'll tap on the javelin anti-cheat. Hopefully they do that right. But in terms
we gotta talk about that.
Yeah, in terms of the destruction though, that has gotta be a thing. You should be able to go to the docks, blow up the damn boats, start fires everywhere.
Yeah.
Up the smoke grenade, like the cover of those, like that should be big in this game, bro. Like I said with the vehicles, please don't try to sweeten it up because you're trying to get a hold of the BR players over here. Do you and make it something new and different that people go, yo, this shit's dope. I'm gonna come over here and play this instead because there's just way more to do in it, right?
You talk about the smoke grenades, dude. On fucking Verdansk, this little area right here between fucking stadium and the little bitch ass neighborhood. When you're trying to cross this, bro, the amount of fucking smokes I have to throw to get across the street, bro, and then you're just leaving them by, bro.
Trying to serpentine through the smoke, bro.
Battlefield needs to like you said, just stick to your guns. We know y'all know how to do it, bro. Fucking make it an experience for us. And see what you're talking about actually led me to like how they could really like push this marketing wise. Dude, imagine if like Battlefield came out with a fucking ad that was like players on Verdansk, and then like, players trying to, there's players on stadium roof and they're trying to get to them, or players in the gulag trying to get to them, or, whatever. And then it just shows the player just blowing up stadium, blowing up gulag, blowing up fucking dam.
Bro, I'd be so hyped.
And then showing,
oh my God. I would be so hyped if I seen that in a fucking ad, bro. Yo.
Dice EA, if you hear this, we want to get paid.
That would be a killer ad. Like you're trying to, like, that
we
would,
said it
yo,
first.
like, oh, okay, like
we said it first.
Like, what are they doing here? They got this trailer for this game, and it's like, just showing you, oh, you tired of people hiding in here? Just get your RPG out, level that building, bro.
Man,
like, dude, being able to blow up the stadium.
Are you tired of campers?
Yeah, get them, man. Hey, dude, real quick, I wanted to tap on that because it's gonna lead into the javelin anti-cheat. But I'm watching the trailer.
Sure.
I'm watching the trailer. And they're talking about all the features, and then the part that says Javelin anti-cheat comes up. I don't know if you guys caught this in the trailer, but when you get banned, that
was a whole fucking segment. That was a whole segment.
When they talk about people getting banned, whether it's on Twitch or Discord or whatever, you get hit with the ban hammer. They threw up Javelin anti-cheat, and then a dude with a sledgehammer just smashing a fucking enemy with a hammer, dude. I was like, yo, that is sick. Nice little double there, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, javelin anti, and then just hitting him with a fucking hammer, basically telling you, like, we're not fucking around, bro. We are gonna get you the fuck out of there. And so, in terms of marketing, like, that got me hyped. I'm like, yo, hey, I've never seen no one advertise an anti-cheat like that. So
because we need to, we for all of us that work 9 to 5s. We go to work, we fucking deal with the bullshit of bureaucratic lifestyle. I mean, you guys have kids. Your fucking little fucks are running around all over the place, shitting and breaking shit. And just, I mean, you come home, there's shit all over the place.
That's what they do.
And then you think that your safe space, bro, is just to be able to just fucking turn on your game, bro. You get on with your friends and play, dude. And then you got fucking the Wizard of Oz fucking floating through walls, and Jeeps are fucking spinning in the air. And I mean, people are shooting through fucking shooting through walls. I mean, bro,
crazy.
The last thing I want to deal with is a fucking piece of shit person, ruining my experience for this. Especially because you work all damn day to get cooked and flipped and folded for hours because people are either using a Cronus or some form of hack that these kids, fucking invent.
Wall hacks, skeleton hacks, God hacks, flying, like
they, I mean, unbelievable, bro. Like, and I'm glad that they emphasize the cheating. Dude, we all talked about this before on our old podcast. We had a segment where we talked about like, what is the deal with the lack of transparency when it comes to like anti-cheats? Is it because a lot of these guys don't know how to stop the cheats? So it's really like, don't provide any false hope? Or is it that they just don't give a fuck? And I think that this goes back to the last videos I talked about Battlefield's presentation. their presentations from day one all the way up to now, through beta, through the Battlefield showcase, they have shown that like we are about the player, putting the player first. I hate to bring a superhero reference in, but I think that's why James Gunn's Superman was so successful, is because they're putting character first, putting people first, and it makes that so like much more real, much more tangible, because now it sounds like we're being heard. Now it sounds like you guys understand, like, I mean, how are these guys making these games? They go home and are not dealing with people cheating in the game. You mean to tell me you're making a game? Imagine us three made a game. We fucking come home from the game. We're making $1 billion, and then we get on this game and somebody's fucking cheating in my game?
Hell no. Hell no.
Bro.
But
Hell
I mean,
no.
it's the money thing, bro. Like, and you could watch any of Tim the Tatman's fucking streams too. Like, you go watch them. Oh, hey, call this dude's cheating. Like, they're too busy watching streamers to like keep their content fresh than they are like actually working on the product. Like, if they cared about their gamers, like, they would have fixed the problem a long time ago. Like, from original OG Verdansk, bro, like,
I agree.
Cheats started coming out instantly. And you're telling me it took till what was that last Vanguard? Was that the last one they did? The last World War II one or whatever it was?
Yeah, Vanguard.
Yeah. That's when Ricochet came out?
Yeah, insane,
3 games later?
Yeah, like wasn't like Raven Software 2 or something was working on it, some shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They have too much money not to have something that's like sound, especially from the ground. When you build a game from the ground up, I mean, and then they're doing something right when you have streamers complaining about like, oh, you're invading my privacy. Oh, the kernel anti-cheat's just too much. Oh, it's like, yeah, that's the presentation we need.
Yeah.
That's what we need, bro. Like, we need to you got to shake the tree. Yeah. Because the streamers, the popular streamers, they are not the demographic you need to appeal to as a company. When you're making these battle royales and all these games, you need to appeal to the highest demo. Who gives a fuck what X is saying, what Y is saying, what Z is saying? Bro, it's the 9 to 5 people that make up the most of your sales, bro. I don't even have to look that up to know that is a realistic statistic for how much money is being brought into this company. Like, if I'm a CEO, I'm not listening to these kids talk about, I think it's dumb that they don't have this, they don't have this. Yeah, just talk to your bitch ass audience. Just keep talking to them. Because those people are still gonna play. They're still gonna go play. What are they gonna get back on stupid ass COD right now?
Yeah,
God, no.
Yeah, I think a big problem too is the big conspiracy is that the reason COD hasn't gotten a handle on it is because they have a hand in the people who make the cheats. Now I can't confirm or deny
with the
that.
White list and all that. Yeah,
but I've seen a ton of reports. I saw a couple of like lawsuits that have been won against these particular companies. Like, I also think that Activision getting acquired by Microsoft is huge. That's a whole topic for another time. But I think if Battlefield, if their hands are clean and they're like, we don't care if we have a hand in the pot and you're giving us 20% of every cheat you sell, as long as you're playing our game and you're using the cheats in it, we want a piece of the pie. If they don't give a fuck about that, they're not going to give a shit if because there's like 10 mega streamers out right now that, that get 50, 60,000 views on all their streams. And like you said, that's not the demographic. You can have those 5 big streamers. That's 5 people playing the game. Sure, they might have a cumulative like 300,000 people watching the game. They're not actively playing that game right then and there. They're watching their favorite streamer. Listen to the community of people who are playing this game day in, day out, and have been doing it for the last 2 decades. That's your core audience. That's who you need to listen to. So again, I don't know about that whole conspiracy thing with them, but I hope that Battlefield's been watching these things happen. DICE, I'm hoping that they've been watching these things happen and they're going, that's not going to happen in our game. And if something slips through the cracks, do something, bro. Because back in the early console days, bro, with the PS2, 3, the 360, your shit would just get turned. They would brick your whole console. If you got caught cheating, you would damn near have to get new internet service.
Insane, bro.
Like, and don't tell me that it can't be done, because if you had back then, if you had LimeWire and you were illegally downloading movies or music or some shit like that, your internet provider would send you a letter in the mail and say, we can see that you are illegally torrenting shit. You need to stop, or we're shutting off your internet service. So don't tell me you can't catch these dudes on the PC or wherever they're doing their cheats at, and you can't stop it, bro. You can fucking see it. They can see it. I know you can see it. So I'm hoping this Javelin anti-cheat is gonna just, you know, for lack of a better term, drop the hammer on these motherfuckers, bro. We can't have a game where you're going in like, oh yeah, I'm just getting shot through walls. Dudes have skeletons, so they pretend like they don't have the cheats, but they can see you come to the wall and they just pretend like it's good gunplay. No, you suck, dude. You fucking suck.
Yeah. Now, Dunk and I have released a video prior to this talking about the TTK, our disdain for the TTK.
Yep.
And I am here to provide a bit of newfound knowledge on how I feel about TTK for BR specifically, bro. I think that after experiencing the beta, because Brian, you didn't get a chance to play the beta, but Dunk and I thoroughly spent so much time on the beta, craving, fiending after it.
Yeah.
The TTK in the beta was a bit horrendous. Okay. Obviously, that's a subject for debate. Go add a wall. I think, though, that the TTK in the beta is perfect for Battle Royale. And I never say things are perfect, bro. I think that with that level of TTK in the Battle Royale would be perfect, because now you're talking about, you know, we're talking about armor systems. We're talking about how, you know, are they going to do an armor plating? Are they going to do like vests, whatever? But the TTK just seems to cohesively, I can picture the TTK cohesively working with that. How do you feel about that? Just overall.
I actually wrote down some things for the TTK. So I was just curious if it's going to be adjusted. Now I know for multiplayer, it seemed like as you got your weapons upgraded, it seemed like the TTK started to kind of lessen a little bit. But it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't have to be like, oh, well, I got to just die 100 times and rank this shit up, and then I'll be good to go. Like, it just be, hey, you just pick up a gun and use it, whatever. I do agree, though, that the TTK for what it was with the beta would be perfect for Battlefield. And if it goes off my other point where they keep Battlefield to its core, so let's say you're jumping into BR, you're playing quads, you added no shields, there's no armor plating system, but your teammates have defibs. You could get revived just regular, right? So if they kind of keep it like to that, they might not even need to change that and or add shields. Because I mean, it's not even a guarantee that you're gonna pick your boy up. You both might get smoked, right? But I agree. I think that it's solid for Battle Royale. For multiplayer, I feel like it could have a couple of tweaks. Maybe even if you're just like, you know what, we're going to keep it how it is, but we're going to up the damage modifier on the weapons itself, then fine. But coming into the BR, I mean, there's a couple of things that are concerning. I know that DICE changed up their hitboxes. So obviously headshots with snipers are always going to be crucial. That's part of the game. But they also made it to where I believe the hitbox in the chest and neck area is also one shot. So if you're getting clipped in your leg, that's one thing. But anywhere from like lower, like middle torso up, you're fucking toast. For BR though, this is kind of controversial because again, I want Battlefield to just be what it is. But in a BR, you might not want to have it like that. But on the other, it's like I'm divided between the two with the sniper. It's like, it's a sniper, bro. Like, that's what they do. And this is Battlefield. But you maybe don't want to have it that strong. I don't know. But in terms, like the main weapons like people use, like assault rifles, SMGs. I mean, some guns are just shredding people worse off than others. And some of them are just like, why am I even using this weapon? It shouldn't take this long. But after my first night of the beta, going into the second night and then into the second weekend, I found my groove. I figured out the hitboxes. I'm really not that mad at TTK. I think it could have a tiny tweak, but like even if they didn't touch it, I'm gonna live with it. Like I'm not really too mad at it.
So a point you brought up about like the sniper, like I I feel like that is something that they could use to drive the maturity of the people who play it. Because
Yeah.
you get a kid, he gets shot one shot by a sniper 300 meters away, he's going to lose his shit and not stay on.
Yeah.
But if he does, he's going to build some skill. Like there's going to be something happen there. I saw you guys play the beta a good bit, and the TTK for the multiplayer. You and I talked about it the other day, Raw, where we were talking about every time I feel like they drop a COD, they add TTK.
It does feel like that.
Increase the time every time, dude. You used to be like, you get sneezed on in hardcore, your character was dead. Now it's like, I got to drop 3-4 rounds in you, bro. This is basically core in Modern Warfare 2, OG Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Like, why am I playing this? This is core. Like, I would be happy with in a BR from them because it is Battlefield. I think the plate system is too arcade for Battlefield. And obviously, personal opinion, I could be the odd one out, but I would think that we've spent decades playing Battlefield with health bars consistent across the board, I should say. I think if you get a squad, you should have defib or like some type of self-res if you're playing a solo or a duo or something like that. But I think TTK should reflect Battlefield historically.
Yeah, I think you both touched on similar topics as far as like, what we know, what we're used to. And I think right now, gaming wise, everyone is so centric to like a traditionalist system of like how to play something, right? So like, plating. We could talk about how we don't want plates, but the mass wants plates because that's what they know. They know plates. We want slide canceling because the mass knows slide canceling. It could actually be detrimental to the game. It could actually take away the balance of the game. And I think that is Battlefield's going to be one of Battlefield's biggest challenges, is to go against the grain and just trust their instinct and intuition on what works. What works for this, right? Because to some degree, PUBG, Fortnite, Apex, COD, all these battle royales have, they're all different, but they all have some sort of similarity linked to something we all know, right? Whether it's level 3 shield in PUBG, whether it's like, refilling your armor in Fortnite, plating up in COD, like it all has some sort of like similarity linked. And I think that, this is just for me, what'd you say, full send earlier, Dunk? I think they should just get crazy, get crazy with it, because this is your game. So treat it as such, to your point, Brian, most of that feedback came from like streamers saying, oh, TTK is too fast. TTK is because they're speaking from a lot. I don't want to generalize, but this is my fucking YouTube, so fuck them. You're essentially complaining because you have a platform. You're complaining to essentially appease you, right? So like, I'm a big time streamer. This doesn't work for me, so I'm going to complain because I have enough of a following to make these companies change something. Because they have seen that in the past, that's why we see like so many updates and changes and like stuff that doesn't work. Like doesn't work to the larger, broader demographic of a thing. Now, granted, that's we could go all day talk about that. Yeah. I'm not, but my last question for you guys, as far as like the maps and stuff, because there's so much we could talk about. We could talk about fucking cross-platform stability, if it's gonna actually work. We could talk about the class system. One of you guys mentioned something about like, just like landing in, and it made me think of like the class system and how class system will work. But I'm just curious for you guys on these on the Battlefield map, which where do you think the hot areas are going to be? I'm going to remove this Verdansk map real quick. Fuck that. And let's move this center.
So
let's talk about hot areas real quick. Let's see what's going on here. Sorry, I moved dodged you right there, dude.
Here, for sure. Like the valley, snipers. All snipers all the time. every glint possible. That's a question I have too. Are they gonna like soften the glint? Because the last couple is just like, bro, you got a
Yeah.
flashlight in a cave. I'm just gonna shoot at the flashlight.
Right,
Like, I wonder if they're gonna like add.
I don't think so. 'Cause
Getting
In
off
the in the
topic, but-
in the beta, because of how strong the snipers were, and that's kind of why I brought that up too. Because they work so well, it kind of it makes it to where players are just like, well, screw it, I'm just gonna go snipe. I'm gonna go hide up in the hills somewhere, and then I'm gonna just everyone's gonna snipe you because I want to get a lot of kills and I want to get them quick. So I think they're gonna leave it how it is because in the beta the glints are just freaking everywhere. But I agree here.
Yep.
Valley is gonna be a hot spot. I mentioned it before. This block right here.
Yep.
That's gonna be hot. I would assume so. Depending on oh, and also the resort here. I know it's kind of small, but the golf resort, this is going to be a tight CQB stuff right here. And then we mentioned the docks as well too.
Yep.
But it depends on if they're going to put vehicles in the game and what kind of vehicles. Let's say you're like, okay, I want to grab the tank, but the tank is at the end of the map over here by the marina. So you got to drop in here and try to fight your way through to grab the one of two tanks. Maybe they have one on each side of the map, or they have one in 3 spots, or whatever it is. It just depends on what's going to be in the game. If it's going to just be, hey, it's just going to be fight to the death, last team alive, Valley, docks, and then Main Street. I think you're going to be that. This whole section is going to be insane, and then you're going to have your. This is hills, bro. Like there's going to be snipers everywhere, and they're strong. So you're going to want to use these damn buildings, and man, and that adds to it because like, what if there's a ton of snipers? And you're like, I got to get away from the snipers, and the squad of guys up here. You have one guy who is cracked at sniping, and you got another guy who's just rocketing those buildings. You're not safe, bro. They're gonna get you. So.
Well, that's speaking to the tank, dude, right here, Fort Linden. Like
Yeah.
That's why I think, dude, yeah, if there's gonna be fucking rockets and weapons and like vehicles, they gotta be at the fort, bro.
Probably gonna be
It's
a pad by the
They're
docks.
gonna like do, yeah. They're not gonna be COD. Oh, why is there a freaking fully armored APC in this village?
Yeah.
And then you go to the friggin' the air base and oh look.
I don't know, man, because it's not that like COD does everything wrong. Like that's
I didn't say
another like
that.
no, but that's like how a lot of the Battlefield demographic players are. Like, oh, COD is evil. COD. Like every time they fucking mention COD, it's like evil. And I think that kind of stuff spruces it up. Like you fucking come across a garage and there's an APC in there for an event, or you mentioned it like events earlier or some shit. So like, yeah, like I think if they keep it realistic, I prefer that. I don't want to like come across a fucking fighter jet inside of like a McDonald's or some shit. Like, what are we talking about? But yeah.
I want to see if there's like a helipad at the docks or something, because that'd be a dope place.
Yeah,
people are gonna
that'd be
drop
sick.
here trying to get like the little bird or something, drop in there. I mean,
I don't want it to feel arcade.
Yeah,
that's
fair. I mean, because to some degree, like, there's always like everything in moderation, bro, is fine with me. I just don't want the spectrum to be so far left, so far right. But I think for me personally, I know right here is where I will be doing a lot of dicking, right in the valley. Let me go ahead and write right down here. I'll be doing a lot of dicking in Main Street North.
The Main Street's gonna be lit. I already know it, man.
Yeah, and then this area down here, this little lighthouse down here, this is where we're gonna catch those guys that are just like, oh hey guys, let's just stay back and fucking I'll be over there fucking signaling off, sending you back to the lobby there. I think like honestly, it's kind of like I said before here with this split in the map. Obviously, again, we're speculating. This is not the final map. We got so much time before these maps are released. Remember, the game comes out October 10th, 2025, and the Battle Royale comes out months later. Speculated. Nonetheless, I think that this area up here, where the Fort Linden, to the right of that. I think if they add a little more here, it could get very interesting. Again, with the mix of 128 players, that could get interesting. Plus, how do loadouts work? As far as like where I would want to get my loadout. I think all of that kind of comes into play. I think Golf Resort's going to be fun. Driving around in golf carts, I think that's going to be great. I think Main Street is going to be hilarious. It's going to be a mess, though. Bro.
That'd be hilarious.
I think Main Street is going to be a mess, bro. But yeah, man. Overall, yeah, I think. I think we covered as much as we can to like do a first speculation. Is there anything you guys want to leave the folks off with?
I would say. I just wanted to tap on something real quick. So talking about the vehicles and stuff. If they don't add that, what I did like in COD is that you could have like air support and shit. You call an airstrike, stuff like that. You might not even need tanks and other big vehicles if you can call in an airstrike on the valley or like, you know, a group of houses, and like that's going to level it on its own. So, I mean, yeah, there's so many things, but I mean, we're going to give it a shot, dude. We're going to see how it goes. So far, I think the size of the map is cool. I'm really interested to see like how some of these layouts look. This down here being allegedly North Shore Canals at the docks. And then, I'm curious to see if they add in more of the other previous maps as well, too. But if it's based in California, I mean, probably only so much they could do anyways, you know? But I hope it's just a good immersive Battlefield experience. It doesn't have to feel like some crazy run and gun, fast paced, slide canceling shooter, like all the rest of them. I mean, just be you to the core, man. They could carve your own lane. This game could be so good if they do it how they've traditionally done all their games, dude. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. I have faith in them. They have completely done a 180 from their 2042 and how they've been listening to everybody. They have like earned the trust and faith back. And so even if this drops and it's no good, they're going to hear it and go, we got to make some changes here. But they won't do it. They won't do it to damage the game. Like you just saw, they had updates. They removed the slide canceling. I think they're making it to where if you're constantly jumping, it might tire you out, something like that. I have faith now, man, that they're going to listen and they're going to do this right.
Brian?
I'm looking forward to it. The game as a whole, I'm looking forward to a Battlefield 4 updated experience. I mean, that's what Battlefield 6 looked like throughout the beta. It brought me back to very good memories of playing Battlefield 4, all the DLCs, and I'm not talking about microtransactions, just like the care put into the maps, the care put into the system, the care put into competing with other shooters on the market, and like just a thorough experience of Battlefield. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I agree.
I look forward to gaming with you guys, man, being out there on the battlefield, just kind of having those experiences again. Sitting past videos, we're missing moments. We need moments again, man. We're lacking them. Things we can just talk about when the game is over, when the game is off, when the next games are out 5 years later. We can always reminisce back on like how great of a quality experience we had, and that's something I'm looking forward to as well. All right, that's the Beamtown breakdown. We just talked about Battlefield Battle Royale maps, stuff, what have yous. If you're looking for more content, more information on this, hey, I'm dropping videos all the time. Make sure you check them out. Until next time, that was the Beamtown Breakdown. Peace.